Hello adventurers, and welcome to another Dragon and Home video. Today, I will be covering the City of Sand Mystery Realm Normal Mode. This guide will discuss preparation, loot, general enemies, and the Minotaur Berserker boss fight. First, let's take a look at the entrance location. The green portal stone can be found on the left side of Breeze Plain at coordinates 1322-3392. You can also set a guidance marker. To do so, open your map, open the Select Guidance menu, select Special, and select City of Sand. Normal mode can be completed with 1 or 2 party members. You must be at least level 6 to enter. It costs 0 vigor to enter and 15 vigor to loot the boss chest. You will have 1 hour to complete the Mystery Realm. If possible, wear chest armor with the water attribute for the boss fight. Avoid wearing chest armor with thunder attribute. Use weapons with the water attribute and avoid weapons with the thunder attribute. Possible armor drops are copper gauntlets, helmet, and war boots for the knight, leathercraft gloves, hat, or boots for archers, or flax gloves, hood, or suedes for mages. You may also earn tutorials for the medieval drawer, medieval double bed, medieval tall stand garden stone flower pot, medieval fabric sofa, or medieval pushcart. Finally, you might even get fine white sand, arcane slate stone, or arcane crystal. These are materials that can only be obtained from the Minotaur Berserker and can be used to craft purple quality furniture items. Now, let's head into the Mystery Realm. The first area requires players to ascend the side of a cliff to access the City of Sand. Enemies start out at level 6. The first enemy is a fox. The second enemy is a shroomer. The third enemy is a mudrock. As you approach the city gates, you will start a 3-wave fight. In the first wave, you'll fight a wild boar, a yak, and a tricky oddbird. In the second wave, you'll fight a goblin miner, a goblin foreman, and a goblin assassin. In the third wave, you'll fight your first elite enemy, a wild boar. Elite enemies have more health and deal more damage. After clearing 3 waves, the gates will open. Enter the city, making sure to avoid stopping to avoid arrow traps. You will need to defeat a wild boar, and then a shroomer. The back gates will open to begin your climb to the top. On the stairs, you will encounter a goblin assassin. Next, you'll encounter an elite goblin miner. Behind the miner are spike traps you will need to cross. Wait for the first spikes to disappear, then walk across all 3 spike traps and defeat the tricky oddbird. Moving forward, you will need to jump to the right against the wall and upward. The final jump requires you to sprint and jump. Open the door and make sure everyone enters the room. Pressing the button in the middle of the room starts a 3-wave fight. In the first wave, you will fight a goblin foreman, a goblin miner, and a goblin assassin. Starting with the second wave, all enemies will now be level 8. In this wave, you will fight a yak, tricky oddbird, and a shroomer. In the third wave, you will fight a wild boar and an elite yak. After these enemies, the door forward will open. Climb the stairs to the second floor and stand before the left walkway. The chandeliers in this room will fall when you walk under them, so make sure to sprint or roll. On the left, exit through the opening and turn left. you will find a small opening leading to an elevator. Wait for the elevator platform or you will fall into a spike trap and certain death. Ride this elevator to the terrace. On the far side of the terrace is another button that will start a 3-wave fight. The first wave includes a wild boar, goblin foreman, and a shroomer. The second wave includes a tricky oddbird, goblin assassin, and goblin miner. The third wave includes an elite mudrot and an elite goblin foreman. Upon completion, open the door on the far end to proceed to the final boss. To reach the Minotaur Berserker, you will need to jump across platforms and pillars to reach the arena. You can easily jump platforms by sprint jumping, using a kite, or using a mount. At the final pillar, climb to the top and then cross the wooden bridge. Time to prepare for the boss fight. The Minotaur Berserker has several attacks. It will swing its axes as its basic attack. It can also rapid strike, swinging its axes 3 times in quick succession. Be careful of its axe slam, which hits the player in front of the boss and players in a direct line behind the tanking player. The boss will shout from time to time, putting the hamstring debuff on close players, giving them minus 30% movement speed for 8 seconds. When the boss crouches and shakes, it will leap at a player after a couple of seconds. This attack can be dodged by rolling out of the way. Finally, stay alert for the boss's charge attack. The boss will lower its head, open its arms outward, and then charge at the player. This charge should be avoided by rolling out of the way, or you will take a lot of damage and be knocked back. The strategy to this fight is simple. One player will tank the boss, holding the aggro. The second player needs to stand to the side of the boss or behind the boss to avoid attacks. Damage the boss, and keep an eye out for both the crouching animation for the leap and the lowered head animation for the charge. Please keep in mind that the footage you're watching is with a level 20 character and purple quality gear, so your experience will vary. Defeating the boss will spawn the loot chest. Be sure to speak with Tyr if you have the main story quest. Exit by interacting with the green portal. I hope this information in this guide is helpful, and stay tuned for the hard mode guide, as well as guides for other mystery realms. Please consider leaving a like and comment, as well as becoming a subscriber. It's absolutely free, and you can change your mind later. Don't forget to check out my Twitch channel, where I answer questions live and host events and giveaways. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.